I don't eat with people that I wouldn't starve with. Do you know what I'm saying? I eat with my own. I don't try and bring people in and have this kind of fake thing. Don't share a dinner table with people that you wouldn't starve with.
Back. It feels good. It's a good Monday. Good win for the Philadelphia Eagles. Muggsy's over here. He's getting ready for Halloween. And as you know, I will be handing out push-ups, sit-ups, crunches, little packs of salad, slices of carrots and celery for all the little kids to get themselves in shape. If they look like they're completely overweight and fat, they've been overfed, all right, then they're going to have to run an obstacle course. You know what the deal is. I've been doing it for the last 10 years. All right, fat kids run the obstacle course. If they look like they're in pretty good shape, they do push-ups and sit-ups, all right, and then they get salad packets. That's it, all right? Low-fat salad dressing to go with it, like the little teeny packs, like from like McDonald's or something like that. Anyway, it's been a while. People been busting balls. Alpha 3, where you been? How come you haven't been making videos? The bottom line is this: I'm just bored with it. I'm just bored with this whole making the video thing. But I will comment on the Philadelphia Eagles. Yeah, first of all, I told you before, Philadelphia, if you're going to play these stupid little games where you're just letting teams hang in there, if you're going to allow teams to get turnovers and all this other nonsense, you're just going to be handed wins over just like the New Jersey Jets. So you're welcome, New Jersey Jets. Have fun with that win. Ultimately, in the end, when the Philadelphia football Eagles are Super Bowl champions and you're sitting there watching them hoist the trophy, it's not going to matter. All right, so that's that. But also you got the Dolphins fans, all right? You had to learn the hard way. You had to fuck around and find out. So you got exactly what you deserved. You got embarrassed in front of national TV in Philadelphia. You got exposed by the Philadelphia football Eagles. I told you it's a completely different ball game when you have to come to Lincoln Financial Field and you got to strap on and line up nose to nose with the Philadelphia Eagles. I told you it's a different story. All right, let me know when you guys beat somebody that has more than 2 wins. All right? As far as the Washington Commanders go, all right, another good win against them. You have to understand, first of all, Washington's not as bad as they seem, okay? Once the whole season plays out, you'll understand that they're not as bad as they seem. And it's an NFC East team, so you got to understand that anytime the NFC East teams play each other, it's going to be a tough game. That's just the bottom line. Any rivals in the divisions, when they play each other, it's just going to be a tough game. That's it. So, you know, good teams win any way they can win, all right? The problem is, like, these goofy ass know-nothing fans out here in the NFL, they want to see, like, a team with a 7-1 record blow everybody out. That's not how it works, all right? Good teams, great teams beat other teams in different ways. That's what the Eagles are doing. They're just beating teams in different ways. So, that's that. The stupid mistakes are still continuing, so that's disappointing. All right, at least A.J. Brown got his shit together, and he's putting the team above himself instead of acting like a little fucking crybaby. And it looks like Howie, the fucking Megamind, is continues to make moves and makes moves and make moves. That's the difference between a great team and a trash ass team like the East Rutherford Giants. All right, the Eagles keep looking for more and replacing talent with talent. All right, and to see, this is how it works. I've already broken his code. It's an easy code. All right. First of all, you have to identify players that are at the end of their contract, that are good players that have done something in the league. All right. So you find those players and you sign them and you say, hey, let's go on this run. So they'll be happy to play for the Eagles. All right. The other thing you do, fifth dimensional scouting here, is you try to get teams that have a culture with. You have to find players that have a culture with the team. So as you can see, Howie Roseman is drafting not only players at the end of their contract, not only good players, but players that have camaraderie with each other, like a bunch of Georgia Bulldog players. All right, and players that come from Philadelphia, the Philadelphia area. That adds a dynamic. It adds a pride to taking onto the field. All right, because when you have when you have players that grew up being Philadelphia Eagle fans and now they're playing for them on the field, they play a little bit harder. They're defending the shield. They're defending their colors a little bit harder. All right, that's how it goes. All right, Swift. All right, Bayard. All right, and any other player who has an affiliation with Philadelphia. That's what you do. You find players that want to be in Philadelphia. You find players that have that drive, that fire, who love passion and aggression, who appreciate the Philadelphia fan base and how they do business. That's who you do. That's how you find it. Like Bryce Harper, right? That's how you do it. Anyway, Phillies, thanks for letting us down again another year. So thanks for that. But then the Philadelphia Union, all right, what did I say? The Union or the Phillies? Thanks to the Philadelphia Phillies for letting us down. But also the Philadelphia Union's going on their yearly run. So that's nice. But that's what's good about being a Philadelphia sports fan. When all the teams are doing good, it's like when one drops out, you're sad for like a half a minute. Then you move on to the next team that's just kicking people's asses all over the place. But I find it funny that the whole nation all of a sudden can appreciate the zealous, over the top excitement coming out of the Philadelphia fan base. You're just figuring it out because, of course, in the past, the media likes negative. Like you got to figure this out that the media, they're clickbaiters. All right, so all they do is like negative behavior to try to get people to be shocked, like this shocking stuff. So when they talk about Philadelphia fans, all they show is the bad stuff, even though the whole rest of the nation has these bad type of fans, right? And they never show the good aspect of Philadelphia. We've always been doing that. We've always been doing that for the last 40, 50 years. We've always cheered on our players. What we don't like and what we boo and we hate are whining crybaby fucking fan bases, whining crybaby players that come in here and want to complain and act like pussies when they hit the field. All right, we want hardworking, blue-collared people that take other people's heads off and sacrifice their body. Those are the type of players that we support, and that's what you saw this year. That's what you're seeing all of a sudden. All right, so now you can appreciate how Philadelphia does business. But we've always been doing that. We've always been hardcore. We've always booed down soft-ass players, weak plays, and we've always cheered on hard workers, sacrificers. We've always done that. So it ain't no surprise to us. So get off our dicks. All right, because we've been doing that. Anyway. Yeah, I guess San Francisco's not as good as the ESPN pumped them up to be, right? I guess Purdy's not as good as they pumped him up to be. I guess not. And the Chiefs took a nice loss, so that's refreshing. But the Philadelphia Eagles are on top, head and shoulders above everybody else, like we always knew they were. All right, you're just figuring it out now. You're deniers. That's what you are. You're deniers. You don't want to just face the facts and face the truth. Like Parsons, I can respect. Like everybody knows I hate the Arlington Cowboys, but when you say it like it is, when you tell the truth, like Parsons did, right, saying that the Eagles are the best, like why deny it? All right, they go out, they scout the best players, they put themselves in a great position. All right. Stop trying to ban the tush push. It's up to you guys to start to stop it. When you start talking like that and you just tell the truth and you're just honest, then I can respect you. Then I can respect your fan base a little bit more. But when you come on here complaining that the referees lost the game for you, and all this other nonsense, making excuses for your team and coming up with these weak ass excuses, that's when I have to start trolling you. That's when I have to start laughing at you and look at you sideways like fucking bunch of fucking pussies. That's what you are. Stop making excuses. All right? Like the Miami Dolphins, they're complaining that the referees didn't call the game right. The referees never call any of the games right. They never do. You act like you're the only team they do that to. They do it to everybody. It's this. Why do people even complain about the refs? They do it all the time. All right? It's old news. Stop complaining. It shows how deep the gash goes between your legs when you do that. Stop it. Knock it off. All right? Before a real screw job happens to your team, then you'd be whining for 3 years. Anyway, as far as it goes for the tush push, all right, what you have to understand is about 5 or 6 years ago, all right, Mai Tai, all right, he was drafted. He was a rugby player. He was drafted by the Eagles, and everybody laughed at the Philadelphia Eagles for doing it, just like they laughed at the Philadelphia Eagles for drafting Hurts. All right, but they drafted a rugby player, Maitaya. I can never say his name right. It's a tongue twister. Anyway, offensive lineman. All right, 6'7", 460,000 pounds. All right, they drafted him, and what he did was he taught the Philadelphia Eagles how to do a nice scrum. That's all the tush push is. The brotherly shove is just a scrum. You fucking morons. You haven't figured it out yet? How long is it going to take for you to figure it out? It's just a scrum. He taught them how to play rugby, and that's all they're doing. It has very little to do with Hurts' 600-pound squat and Kelsey. They all get into a scrum formation, and they all work as a team, just like a phalanx, and like the ancient Spartans do, like in a phalanx, and they push together as a team. You got to recognize this shit, you morons. So once you figure that out, that it's just a scrum, then you can stop it. All right? But what I would do if I was your team, let me just tell you how to stop it real quick. I would call timeout real quick. Then I would get a bunch of the hogs from your offensive line and put them on the offensive line, get them in a scrum to push back the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line scrum, right? And then you get a bunch of linebackers backing them up, and that's how you stop it. All right, so you're welcome, you goofs, because I know every owner and every general manager in the league from all the teams watch my videos, so you're welcome. Pass that on to your coaches. That's how you stop a scrum. You stop a scrum with a scrum, goofs. Anyway, I'm done ranting. This video fucking sucked, but because the shenanigans is coming to an end. That's why. Anyway, Alpha 3 is out. Send it.